We are talking about the truth about collaborations.
Are y'all ready for this conversation? Because I am so excited for it.
I'm ready. I'm excited. Hi, Allegra. Hi, Andrea.
Okay. All right. So the month of February was Love Month. We all know it. We celebrate Valentine's Day, or we love up a little extra hard on somebody we know or whatever. And I wanted to take a different spin for our business. And I thought, how can I do that? And these two women, bosses in their own right, and I have been following them on Clubhouse and on Instagram, and they were doing the dang thing. And I said, I want to partner with these women. So I reached out to them and begged them to help me with this collaboration. And so we created How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business. It is a video series that's over on YouTube, and definitely go check that out if you haven't. I've been sharing it in my stories. The ladies have been sharing it in their stories. So make sure you go check those out, because it is a lot of powerful information in those videos that we are sharing with you guys on how you can sort of rejuvenate yourself in your business, especially after the holidays, after we just went through that crazy season where we're trying to sell, we're trying to give specials, we're trying to do all the things, be mom, be wife, be parent, be everything. And in January, it's just, you don't want to do anything. So February, we thought we'd show you how to fall back in love with your business. Now, today, we're talking about the collaboration itself. I just wanted to get a take on y'all's perspective about the collaboration, because I think so many women, and I want your opinion on this too, I think so many people, not just women, but people are afraid of the word collaboration because A, they don't know how to pick the right people to collaborate with. B, they don't know how to set something up, what the collaboration could actually be. We talked about how we got started with collaboration. So I want to know about y'all's experience. I know mine was quite nice, but tell me about your experience. I had a great time, so tell me.
I'll start with my experience, if you don't mind, Kelly.
Sure.
I started off this project super excited, and I'm still excited about it. Don't get me wrong. But it was a different level of oh my God, this is going to be powerful. Just from the whole outline. You said it. All of our different advice, 4 different tips from each of us, 12 tips. Is that 12? Right. All together, it helped everyone, right? So I thought that was amazing. I'm super excited. And once I started to actually work on the project, get with my VA, I started getting more business. And one of the contracts that I received was a major contract with the organization here in Jacksonville. And, let me tell you something. When you are building a business, this is my business, and have a lot going on. You need to be able to have very well-rounded. Your scheduling, very packed, because for a couple of weeks I was scrambling. I was like, oh my God, I need to. And so even being in touch with my get out for a week, then her coming back, and then having that follow-up conversation. It was a lot of disconnect, and so I think that what I learned through the process is, number one, you just want to be very realistic about your schedule. For me, I was looking at, I got the client. I'm so excited, but I didn't sit down with an actual pen and paper with my VA and say, look, you got this. So basically, for me, this is my first collaboration of this type. And it was new, it was different. And it wasn't something that you could really say, oh, well, what do I expect? You just kind of have to walk through it. And I gave myself grace at the end, because I think I just literally got that final video uploaded, because I had to send it back over to my VA. But I had to do some of that legwork in the meantime, which took me away from my everyday business tasks. So the journey was doing the videos was the best part of it. When I was actually doing the video and sitting there talking, I was by the time I got the video done, it literally went by like that. I was just giving so much value, and I just felt and even watching the video back, I was like, whoa, that's
I know.
And I think that, and then watching y'all videos, I was like, whoa, we are powerful. And I think that, kind of overshadowed any of the worry, any of the doubt, any of the things that I went through. And it made me feel empowered, and also it made me think about, this is a God thing, because the way that this whole thing turned out, and when I looked at all the details and the things that could have went left, I'm telling you. So that's how I feel. And my experience was overall thrilling. I enjoyed it completely, even with the ups and downs.
Kelly, what about you?
Yes, well, I had a wonderful time doing it. Now, so you both are in warm climates. climates, right? I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm looking at you right now outside with the fan blowing in the background. It's like 30 degrees here. But anyway, I digress. So here in Cleveland, when we first started doing it, it was in January. And I've got preschoolers, and their school was always shut because it was a snowstorm. And as a mom of little ones, that, you know, I take joy and pleasure in those moments when they go to school. I'm able to get them done. And I found it was a little bit tense for me trying to meet the deadline for getting the video recorded because they were always home. And then it's a whole where I record and the lighting and all of that. So I dealt with those challenges, right? But I had a moment where I thought, okay, well, if I'm dealing with all of this, that means that something good is supposed to come out of this. I could not get the time. But anyways, I found the time and I got the video recorded. And Andrea, you were so awesome in that you supported me with my video editing, and I was able to give those to you. And when I saw the results, I was blown away because I have a YouTube channel, but I don't do much with it. I upload videos that I do from Instagram and things like that. I don't have the pretty graphics and things like that and all the things that we're told that make a successful YouTube video. However, when I saw it, I knew it was a success. It was a success. And so I absolutely enjoyed the process, the outcome. And so you and I had this conversation where, you know, YouTube, I got a channel, but that's not what I'm focused on this year. I cannot wait until YouTube becomes my focus platform. Seriously. Right now I'm focusing on a different platform, but when YouTube becomes my focus platform, I am ready. I am ready. And I've got some things, some content already, you know, in the works, but I love the experience. I enjoyed the challenge even because it's in the challenge where I think true growth and stretching and learning take place. So it was a great experience, and I'm honored that you chose me and Allegra to be.
Girl, y'all are rock stars. You chose yourselves. I just kind of grabbed the star while it was flying.
I already talking about, but didn't we already have conversations prior to you even bringing that up, Andrea? Because I believe when we're talking about collaboration, you reached out and we just started talking about different things.
Yes, right. And I think that's an important part to mention too. Thanks, Allegra, because you don't just jump on somebody's social media and be like, hey girl, you cute, let's collaborate. You know, you do have to engage. I really believe in the art of, number one, building a reputation for yourself, because when you reach out to someone, inevitably they're going to look at you. They're going to look into your stuff. So you need to have some sort of a reputation already brewing for them to, be able to vet you on the back end. You're not the only one doing the vetting just because you're the one that's spearheading the collaboration. And then number two, do some relationship building. And I've been in both of y'all's clubhouses prior to me asking about the collaboration. And then from there, I believe that from, the sky's the limit for all three of us. We're already talking about another collaboration for Women's Small Business Month in October. So stay tuned, everyone. So it's that's where the rapport is being built. And from that relationship, or this relationship between the three of us, it's guaranteed success regardless of where we go from here. Because with the three of our platforms, I mean, there are women all over the place, who can benefit from what Kellee has to say, Allegra has to say, what I have to say. And the fact that we're putting that together and they don't have to jump around, I think is very beneficial for people. But I wanted to go back to Allegra's point in terms of my experience. So Allegra did have some challenges with growth. Who can be mad with this who got money coming in, right? You got to service that client first, period. Okay. That's a good tip too with collaborations. If you have a business, when you have your business and money starts coming in, that money takes precedent over the collaboration, because the collaboration is an act of building and gaining exposure. Sometimes it's about sales, but for the most part, at least the ones that I've done recently, it's been about building exposure, getting into markets that I wouldn't be able to get into if I didn't do the collaboration. So heck yeah, if a big contract comes in, then that definitely takes precedent. I think where I dropped the ball on that, and this is part of my experience, is where I dropped the ball on that was the conversation started in Instagram DMs, and I was trying to continue the conversation in Instagram DMs, even though we had all shared phone numbers and email addresses. I was like, oh, okay, so everybody's on Instagram, so let me just go ahead and drop all this information in here because I know they'll see it. And Allegra was like, no, sis, I was busy working and I did not see it. And I missed out. And so there was a little bit of miscommunication. But what we talked about on the phone, because I ended up calling you, right, Allegra? I called Allegra and I said, you know, what some people probably would have done in this instance, they probably would have been all in their feelings and be like, she didn't want to do it anyway. I don't know why she decided to do it. I don't know. She just ruined the whole thing. We missing stuff. That is an attitude where your mindset is the issue. That's your mindset talking. Because if you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to grow your business and you're trying to do the same thing the people in your collaboration are trying to do, when someone is not showing up, your first thought should not be about you. Your first thought should be, wow, number one, is there anything I can do to help her? Because she must be busy. Number two, what can I do to get in contact with her or something like that? But it shouldn't go to how is this messing up my plan? Because we're all business owners and money is going to take precedent, period. I mean, I tell my friends, it's like with my husband, he takes precedent, period. If we have plans and boo, and I call him Papa Smurf, and Papa Smurf says he wants to do something, guess who's gonna get kicked to the curb, you know? And that is kind of the same way with these collaborations. So you've got to kind of wrap your head around that too. And I am so glad that you're able to get your videos up because I know that their goal.
I want to get feedback today. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
So let me tell you all how awesome Andrea is, as well as Kelly, because these two beautiful women, first and foremost, I've been in several rooms with them on Clubhouse as well. Seen them on Instagram. Andrea and I have had different engagement back and forth in the DMs prior to this collaboration, and just like she's saying, you know, we all have businesses to run, and I'm going to be honest, when it came down to a lot of other things, they got dropped when that contract came through, because that is the truth of the matter. When you run a business, you have to be able to put your clients first. And I think that also when it comes to the mindset of business, with regards to how you think about other people that work with you, you have to think as a manager. You have to think as a person that manages people, you know, not just, you know, oh, I'm mad because they didn't do A, B, and C. Well, there are going to be a lot of people, your employees are not going to listen to you. There are going to be managers that are not going to listen to you, partners, associates. There are going to be plenty of people that are, you know, that you're going to have to manage. And sometimes most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. And that's why I love the fact that you brought that up, because when we get into a mindset of business and we start to hire people and work with people like interns and partners, we have to keep that in mind, that it's not about you. It's about what is good for business, what is good for the overall picture. And you did one thing that I don't see a lot of people do, is you reached out. You actually reached out. You called me. You said, hey, Allegra, and it may have felt a little bit weird. Like, you know, I think that we all can naturally say that we have emotions, and things happen in our lives, in our business, those emotions come out. But it takes a bigger person to get out of those emotions. It you know, takes a boss to say, listen, I don't care how I feel right now, right? What matters is, what are the results that I need to get? So let me go ahead and call Allegra. Let me get on the phone. Let me see what's going on with her. Because let me tell you one thing that I've learned along the way, and I'll end here, because I know Kelly might want to add something big here, is I have literally had people manage me in my business. Like he's no longer with me, but I had a vice president in my business, and they would literally be like, Allegra, sit back and listen in the meetings. My job is to talk. Your job is to listen. Do you think I didn't listen to him? No, I was very manageable at that point. But just like, you know, he was a boss in his own right, we have to think the same way. And so I think that no matter what position you're in, even though if you start your business and you're just in the beginning stages, it doesn't matter. It's the same mindset. So thank you, Andrea. Thank you for demonstrating how we can be bigger bosses. And I hope that all the women that join us live can see how it's done. And now we can do more together because of that.
I hope so. Yeah. Awesome. Kelly, what do you have to say?
I love the grace that is given. As business owners and collaborators, it's very important that we extend and offer grace. So not to just one another, but even to ourselves, because I'm telling you, on my end, I was beating myself up for like, I need to get these videos. And there was a moment where I'm like, okay, no, I'm mom and my babies are home and I still also have to be very present for them. But I extended grace. And so, as collaborators, we got to be willing to do that to one another as well. And yeah, like you said, shift that mentality from being very me-centered to a support-centered stance. And I didn't know that there was this phone call. And it's good to hear that, to know that, your first inclination wasn't, she is messing up what I am trying to do. Right? But, how can I support you during this time? Is there anything that I can do to support? And I love that. My heart is full right now.
Awesome. And you know what, Kelly, you bring up a really good...
Andrea reached out to me several times throughout this process. She wasn't just like a one phone call. She was like, Allegra, because when I looked at those messages, when I saw them, I'm like, Andrea's been doing the thing. Like, she's been like, hey, you okay? Can I help you? Can I do this for you? So I think that was big, Kelly, when, you mentioned that it came up for me, that Andrea has been consistent. And I think consistency is key. And that's why, we're able to sit here today, especially me, and just kind of have this conversation. And hopefully someone can learn from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I hope people are getting it. I hope they're hearing that collaborations are, even though it's a little bit of work, it doesn't have to be as labor intensive as, trying to manage other people. It's really just about laying out the foundation and providing the support. But I wanted to address something that Kelly said, because this is something that I tell my husband all the time. You have to not only give yourself grace for the things that you know you need to get done and you're struggling to get done, but also we are living at home. We are entrepreneurs, and we, more times than not, are working from home. If we have small children, I don't have small children, but I have a daughter who has special needs, and her twin sister is her attendant. They're home all day. My youngest child is home from college. That's why I'm outside, because they're noisy. But even still, in my videos, if my husband walks in and I was like, babe, tell him, hey, you just have to be able to go with the flow, because ultimately not being perfect is the thing that people want to see, because we're not perfect. And when you watch all these videos and you see all these perfectly lined up backgrounds, perfectly made up faces, it's discouraging, because you feel like, I can never get that for myself. I can never do that because I've got a house full of kids, or my house isn't as pretty as theirs, or I don't have a wall that's gonna let me put. No, just sit down and do it, because we are this is reality. And as entrepreneurs, this is what it looks like. I have a girlfriend who says she can't do anything until her kids go back to school in the summertime, go back to school in the fall, or when they're in school, she's like, oh, I'm so busy during school, I gotta wait till they get out of school for the summer. And it's like, okay, at what point do the kids stop being the excuse? Now, I get it. I've got a set of twins and I have a third daughter, right? So you can't, I've been an entrepreneur the entire time when they were toddlers, and I was taking care of two kids at one time. I understand the hustle. I'm not trying to minimize the hustle at all. But what I'm saying is, we have to give ourselves the permission to do it anyway. Even if the kids come in and they want to sit on your lap, let them sit on your lap and get the video done, because it's not about the kid, it's about the content you're sharing. And so I just kind of wanted to put that out there, because I think we hold ourselves back from doing collaborations, but then also from just giving ourselves over to our value and sharing it with people because of the background noise. And I just want to say, for me, it's reality. Sometimes I get quiet. Sometimes I've got to say, hold on a minute, y'all, because I got to fuss at this child in the background, or hang on a second, y'all, my husband needs something, and it's just the reality of it. So anyway, that's my little rant on that.
Comment on that though, because at the same time when you were saying that, I was thinking of all the times that I felt a little bit embarrassed by some of the things that are happening. Like when I had my niece and she was yelling while I was on the clubhouse room, or just being in video and being on a live, and you're like, oh my God, I hope my dog don't go crazy and start chasing my cat. But when you're saying these things, it brings me back to the fact that you're right. I mean, and I actually just I had a download to do a room on Clubhouse, which is already scheduled. So I'm glad you mentioned this. this because it's called Perfectly Imperfect. And we have to accept the fact that we're in the likeness of God's image, but we're not perfect like him. And we have to accept our imperfections and be okay with our flaws. And like you said, be okay with things happening and not feel like we're going to get judged by it, and just be okay with standing in our true selves, because we're all just human beings. There's nothing special, nothing different from you and I and from Kelly and I and you and Kelly. Like, we're all just, beautiful women living our lives, and we all have different gifts that are special to us. So that's all I want to say.
And look, even if we are judged, who cares? That's about the other person. That's not about us.
True.
Right? If you're judging me, that's on you, sis. I'm doing my thing over here, and I'm gonna do it all the way to the bank. Okay. So you can feel how you want to feel. I appreciate it that you feel that way, but it has no bearings on my life.
Okay, this month. Okay. Thank you.
That's right. What did you guys, we talked about kind of what you found challenging. Was there anything that you would have done differently throughout this collaboration?
So I knew you were going to ask that question, and I really tried to think about it. No, I believed that I did the best that I could, and I gave my 100%. Yeah, we had the situation with my children. So for this, I'm going to tell you, I am not opposed to having my little ones hop up, especially my daughter Jolie. She pops into my, right here. She comes all the time when I'm on IG.
She did when we had our Zoom about Clubhouse. Remember, she came.
She feels that is her opportunity to shine. And guess what? I'm going to let her.
Hey, she's a star. She's a star.
Yes. And I even see that one of my clients is on and she's making a comment. And I remember like some of the coaching groups that, we've had, her baby comes in and I'm like, no, we're moms. This is real life. But the thing that I would have done different is relaxed a whole lot more. I loved how everything flowed. Even like I said, the disruption with with them being home because of the snowstorms here in Cleveland. But I would have relaxed more and just gone and just yielded myself to the flow and been okay with it. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I wouldn't have changed anything, nothing about the content. The content was gold. Gold. Yeah, just relax and just go with the flow because I feel like it turned out beautifully.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
I agree, Kelly. I think we all did an amazing job. I just want to say that the only thing I would change for me, and I think, Andrea knows this firsthand, is I probably hired someone, in advance, just for, being more prepared for the journey. I think sometimes we have to think about that. But yeah, I would have either, because I had interns in December, and I would have just kept my intern, going to help me out in that capacity. But that's it. Other than that, I think the entire process was very fluid. I think you, Andrea, you kept it going and where we understood what was happening. And when the videos were done, it doesn't take much to do the videos, but I think it's just, the only thing for me was just the help, and if not having that, forward thinking, like I'm going to need an extra person, to help me out this season, it would have been, let me go ahead and reach out to my collaborative group. Because you mentioned early on, you were like, if y'all need help with anything, I got you. I'm going to tell you, everybody else on the live, if somebody offers help, take it.
Yeah.
I did.
I was so, Andrea, did you see my message afterwards? I was like, what did you say your people was gonna help with again? And I was super late. And this is I think we do that a lot, and we're like, nobody's perfect. So I get in a lot of things, and then next thing you know, I'm like, dang, like that's due next week, and I didn't prepare for that. So two things: I would have had the right people, and I would have made sure I connected with you sooner.
Well, awesome. I think that I should have communicated. We should have chosen like a specific communication process so that I was communicating in the right spaces, and I could have communicated and gotten what we needed a little bit sooner, at least, gotten you the help if you needed the help, or, we could have whatever needed to be done. I just was thinking that we were all over in Instagram just hanging out all day. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. But
you should have messaged us through Clubhouse. We probably.
I know, y'all listen. Y'all just gonna have to.
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay.
Nope.
Y'all just gonna have to help me with Clubhouse. I'm still working on that. But I want to know. Okay, so if you were going, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing, Andrea. Don't feel pressured by Clubhouse, and I don't want anybody to feel pressured by Clubhouse, because I hear that sometimes here. I literally have workshops, a free workshop series that I'm doing with JBCC, and I have the workshop playing, but I also have a Clubhouse room open that they're listening to the workshop. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything, extravagant. It's just another platform where you can speak to an audience of people that wouldn't normally hear from you, and how you to do that is how you choose to do that. I just wanted to throw that out there because it really ain't as hard.
Well, I had already had my session with Kelly, so I'm a two better.
Okay, Kelly got you.
I'm a two better. So, okay, so before we wrap this up, I kind of want to just chat with you a little bit about if someone wants to get into this whole idea of collaborating, what is some advice? And I know that Allegra has given quite a bit, but how would you, given what we've done here, how would you then approach someone for a collaboration? How would you start that for yourself?
Well, I know for me, I would be very, I don't say strategic, not to overuse that word, but have a plan, have a real outline. So if I say I want to collaborate with somebody, I will look them up and see what they have going on and how our collaboration could be mutually beneficial. So for instance, if they have, like you have a YouTube channel, hey, I would love to collaborate with you. Maybe we can, like you said, grow our audiences. Or if somebody has a podcast, maybe I can be a guest on your podcast. And if you've got some sort of offer or something, I can then take that to my audience. Just look for ways that you can serve each other and it be mutually beneficial. There have been times though where I've met with people. There was a person I met with from LinkedIn the other day, and I was just blown away. We talked about a collaboration, but it wasn't really defined. And so when we met, he gave me, he told me what he does, and he asked what I do. But then he sent me a follow-up email, and in that email, it gave me an idea for something I can do and collaborate with him and others in the future. So it was a great experience. But to have something identified, one point, what is one thing that you do that I might be able to participate in, and what is one way that you might also be able to participate in something I do? If you can just identify those two things before you throw the word collaborate, let's collaborate. Identify what that is, because then that way people are less resistant to stall or and I do understand people are busy, but fear can set in because they won't know what the expectation is, and they don't want to agree to something that they may not feel qualified in. So I would just say outline what that looks like. Just one thing. It don't have to be a whole list of things, but just one way that you guys can share in your experience, expertise, and audience.
What about you, Allegra?
That was great, Kelly. Great information. I'm like, the things that I've actually gone through with collaborations, that I'll just share that, because how I started collaborations was before I even started my business with the business coaching group. I knew I had to build a team. and so some of those collaborations came before the launch. I collaborated with a wealth advisor. I collaborated with a financial coach. I collaborated with a loan advisor. I collaborated with an attorney, a corporate attorney. Like all these people I got off of LinkedIn. And all I did was I vetted them by going to their LinkedIn profiles and also Googling them. And I'm the type of person where I love to see, how you build your profile, but I also want to see where you're at in the other spaces and how you're operating. Because if I see you on LinkedIn, you're great, but then I see like your reviews suck and people are complaining and,
that's good.
Like, I can't work with you because then I know that you're going to give my clients crappy stuff. And you're also going to show people that, see my brand crappy stuff. So I need to work with people who have high standards. So I look for people who are where I am or where I want to be. I don't level down, I level up. I think collaborating, we may want to collaborate with people just to like help out and, do things like that. But I don't think that's healthy for me at this point in time in my life, because I have to grow both of my businesses. And if I'm spending time building someone else up or building their business and they're not paying me for it, then it's like, okay, let me start a mentorship program then. So I just feel like vetting them properly, making sure where they're at, where they're hanging out at, listen to them for a while, look at them for a while, don't just jump into the collaboration, like you said, and making sure that you really are aligned with people. If I talk to someone and I'm not feeling their vibe, and even after I see him on Clubhouse or hear him on the live, And if I get on a Zoom with you, or if I get on the phone and I don't feel your vibe, then we're probably not going to work together, because, you want the energy to be right.
Mm-hmm.
As, your mindset. And the last thing is iron sharpens iron. So
yes.
So if you want to be the best, you got to hang with the best and collab with the best. So that's how I do it. And I hope that helps.
It does. That's very good. I have a book called the Be the Brand Business Journal. And I mention it because that book started off as a membership site that I collaborated with. Like you said, I had an accountant, I had a business lead generation person, and I had a business development person. Who else is on there? Child, with so many people. But anyway, in the membership each month, I would do bundles, and I would create sort of like a PDF or like a report, if you will, on a particular subject matter. And then I would have an expert come into the membership and do sort of a training around that same area. And I would always ask them to provide me with some sort of a giveaway, a downloadable of sorts, right? And so what ended up happening was I ended up shutting the membership down, but I had a ton of content. My one friend calls it the Patrick Bible. She was like, if you need any help, just ask Andrea, because she's got the Patrick Bible over there with all that content. And so I just took it, and all of the reports, all the information and statistics that I had gathered, as well as the downloads from my collaborators and some of the points that they had made, all went into this book. And so inside the book, it's like activities and tips and resources and things like that were provided by people that I collaborated with. And so you just don't know where it starts. If you have such a short-sighted view of it, you won't ever you probably won't get to the part where you can have a whole book and be selling it on Amazon. You just because your mind was so closed to the idea. So that's the first thing with collaborations, and just really and coming back to the relationship thing. We are forever bonded by how to fall back in love with your business. And if you have not looked at this playlist, please go look at the playlist, because the value and the gold
in the comments,
because this collaboration, and I think we said this from the beginning, with all of these videos, it's a piece of lifelong content forever in all three of our businesses. If we run into clients who need help with, child, you're just discouraged in your business, let me give you this playlist. Just look at all these videos and then come back and let's talk about it. This is gold. This is just absolute gold, because who does not fall out of love with their business at some point? Who does not need encouragement at some point? There's not always another entrepreneur friend who's on the same come up as you that you can go to for guidance and for support. This playlist can be that for you. And from that, because everybody's tagged in it, if you didn't like the way I said it, go look at the way Allegra said it. If you don't like the way Allegra said it, go look at the way Kelly said it. The point is, you're able to get amazing information when you're stuck at the beginning of the year because you're burnt out from the end of the year. And this is evergreen content that doesn't have to go anywhere, because the tips we gave are not, they are timeless. That's what I'm trying to say. They are timeless tips, And so when it comes to picking your collaborations, what is the end game, and how are you going to then, I believe that there needs to be something on the back end of that collaboration that can live a little bit longer than the collaboration itself, because that's where the gold really comes in. You may not, I don't know about you guys. My YouTube channel grew, my Instagram following grew. Yeah, and people saw the value that I was bringing to the table, and it gave us all credibility, because none of the videos were junk, right? All of the videos were gold. And so the idea of it was to have a piece of content that just lives on. So I think that's important too when you're thinking about a collaboration. Like, what is the point of the collaboration? Yes, it was for me to grow my following, but it was also for me to have this evergreen piece of content that would, live on forever.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I totally agree. And I just think that at the end of the day, we have this repurposed content that can go anywhere. It's not just about YouTube. YouTube is, it's archived. It'll live there forever. It's digital. Mm-hmm. But it's also downloadable videos that you can, put into your email marketing strategy. You can use it on other platforms. So say if you're a guest blogger on someone else's platform and you just want to add value to their platform, those are backlinks that Google recognizes.
Yes.
And you just take that content like I'm going to do with the
Exactly.
video, right? And then just repurpose that and bring it back to the playlist, right?
Yep.
And I think that at the end of the day, when we're talking about collaborations, it's not only because, hey, I just want to, get with people who are going to help me get to this goal. It's also, like you said, like, what is the ultimate goal and how can we make this move forward and keep it moving so that we can collaborate and make millions? Because that's what makes millions. Collaboration.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
working on your own. Makes people that work together. And I know several business owners right now that are our counterparts that work very well together, and they do not like each other at all. But
oh wow,
they know this is a common thing with our counterparts. They know that they have to partner and collaborate with each other in order to get the money, in order to get the results. So even if you gotta look at it that way sometimes.
Yes.
You gotta put your behind you and keep moving. So anyway, I just wanted to add that. Thank you so much, and Kelly's back.
So listen, guys, before we leave, there was a contest that we did in conjunction with the Falling Back in Love with Your Business series. And we asked you to follow all of us on our respective Instagram feeds. And then we also asked you to subscribe to all of our YouTube channels and comment on the videos. Now, I asked a question in all of my videos. I think Kelly asked a question in her videos. And so in the comments of those videos, all three of our videos, so last videos, we would love for you guys to take the link that Kelly put up for the playlist, go in there and watch those videos, comment on the videos, like us and all the things, and subscribe. And then we are going to offer a special gift. Now, we haven't really decided on what the special gift is going to be yet, but I will say this. I have several products and services, but I think during this conversation, what I think would be most valuable to the people watching is my digital product download bundle. And that is to help you create your content and distribute your content and be organized so that you can stay consistent with what it is you're doing. Whether you're a blogger, you're a YouTuber, you're a podcaster, or you just want to be on social media, my content strategy development plan or template will be very helpful in helping you stay organized and consistent with that. So I think that would probably be the best offering that I give away. And it does have a nice value of $45 for the bundle. Kelly, Allegra, you guys can offer whatever it is you guys want to offer. And I think we'll put all of those things together in one nice little fluffy package, and we will get that emailed out to whoever wins. So we're only going to give away one prize, guys. So you have got to go in there and you got to like us on Instagram, follow us on, subscribe to us on YouTube, and comment on our videos. All the videos, not just one, all of the videos. All right, Kelly, Allegra, thoughts?
No, I'm excited for whoever is going to win this, because I have an event ticket that they will win. Yes, but people have to do exactly what you said. I've got an event. It will be valued at $129.
So we're up to like $180, guys, of value in this gift.
Yeah, and so this is something that they're not going to want to miss. But they got to go and watch the videos and comment. Now, I'm going to tell you, my videos are not that long. They're like 5 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
At the most, but they're definitely value packed. So go watch the videos.
Power packed.
The channel. And comment. So that's all I got.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I also want to say that go through the videos and make sure you comment. I didn't ask the question, but I did say make sure you comment, because at the end of the day, it really isn't always about getting the prize. I mean, yes, there will be great goodies for you to get, but you're going to get so much value just from
the value is the prize. Like,
seriously. And if you think about it, I mean, with the experience that we've had in our business, with the ups and downs that we've gone through, there's such a wealth of knowledge in there that you can grab and learn from. And I think that if you look at it like that, and let's just think about this as well. Women entrepreneurs, we're the largest growing group of entrepreneurs right now. So we want to make sure that people understand how we operate. We understand that sharing, collaborations, connections, those are things that are actually working, and that's how you get your return. So when you come on a live and when you show up on stages, because you supported us, because you came to our YouTube and watched our videos and commented and liked and just spread some social digital currency, which is free, then that when it's your turn, that somebody's going to do the same for you. And that's why people that are millionaires, billionaires, or whatever, they're the hugest givers. They're the biggest givers in the world, okay? So go ahead over to the YouTube, like Andrea said. Make sure you watch all of the videos. Let us know genuinely how you feel about what is said in those videos. Give us a response, and then like us on Instagram, and you'll get prizes on top of all of the value. So just wanted to add that, and thank you again, Andrea. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to end it now. I really appreciate Kellee and Allegra for collabing with me. Don't forget to follow us, because October is Women's Small Business Month, and we have another amazing collaboration coming, and we'll share more about that as the time presents itself. It's not time yet, but it's coming. And don't forget to go over, hit that playlist. Kellee already put it up in the comments, so make sure you grab that and watch the videos. And I think that's it, ladies. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.